So, this is my response video to your response video of my response video. Anyway, before I really get started, I've got a lot of things to say. As usual, right? One, sorry it took me so long to make this response. I know I told you it was going to be last week. I've been really busy and I'm kind of under the weather. I don't know if you can tell. Also, if you hear the crazy noise in the background, that is my pet rat. As soon as I pull out the camera or try to sleep, that's when he starts making noise. I don't know. Two other things. Oh, yes. I couldn't help but notice you took down the original video. Which, I mean, I guess should be flattering to somebody who made a negative response. But it kind of makes my response video pointless, so I wish you hadn't done that, but, you know, whatever. And the last thing I want to say before I really get started with this response video is, please, do not, I don't think you did, but I just want to make it very, very clear. Do not take offense to the way I started my last video. That was all in fun. Okay, so, here we go. It's beginning right now. In your last video, you said that atheists disagree just as much as Christians do. Maybe even more. Which, fine. Okay, I mean, I'm not disputing that. But the thing is, we don't really have to. I mean, other than the belief that there is no God, atheists don't have a set of rules. I mean, there's nothing that's really tying us down. There are so many atheists on YouTube that I would disagree with on just about everything, other than their beliefs on religion and spirituality and whether or not God exists. But, on the other hand, Christians do have a set of rules that they're supposed to live by. It's called the Bible. And unfortunately for you guys, you've broken yourselves down into so many different little sects that, you know, they have this belief or that belief, they stress this, they stress that. And like I said before in my previous video, you know, you guys can't even agree on which verses you're supposed to take literally. That's a problem. As far as your argument that the different versions of the Bible aren't really different at all, you're just wrong. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. There are 7 different mentions of the word unicorn in the New King James Version of the Bible. With the other versions, they politely take that out and replace that word with like an actual animal. There are also mentions of satyrs and cockatrices, which I didn't know what those things were until I googled them, but they're also mythological creatures. So, I mean, that's just a funny example, but yes, there are several pretty big differences between, you know, the different versions of the Bible. As far as you pointing out my contradiction in my last video, I pointed that out. I told you that name calling isn't always the best way to prove a point, but sometimes it's necessary, and sometimes it just feels good. If you want to talk about contradictions, I can break out the Bible, and we can sit here for hours, but person who calls them as he sees them. And in your last video, the one that I responded to, I'm sorry, you seemed like you were being a little weasel, so I called you a little weasel. I want to take it back and apologize because I've gotten to know you a lot better, and I know you're not that kind of a person. But I still stand by my original point. It seemed to me like you were trying to get like the leaders of the Christian YouTube community to follow you, which made no sense. I mean, you're telling people who have been on YouTube a lot longer than you have a lot more subscribers than you do, to follow you, join your group, and like listen to you, and that didn't make any sense to me at all. It still doesn't, and obviously you thought about it another time because you took the video down yourself. As for your friend, and trying to play the victim role, I don't really get it. It's like, yes, there are atheists who call names. There's no doubt. I mean, I've seen it. You know, call in the atheist offense, the thing that I always say, if an atheist calls a Christian stupid, that's it. He's called you stupid. So what? But a Christian, even if you tolerate me, even if you smile in my face and shake my hand and we have a nice conversation, at the end of the day, in your heart, you believe that I'm not deserving of an afterlife. That after I die, I'm either going to disappear or be thrown into a fiery lake for eternity. I'm sorry, I'd rather someone call me stupid. Doesn't make sense. It's fair to say that, you know, the atheists are like the bullies of YouTube anyway. I think both sides have their fair share of bad eggs, if you will. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been called a faggot or told that I'm gonna burn in hell, or like people talking about my mother and stuff. It's like, wow, really? Like my mom? You're gonna bring my mom into it? You know, both sides have their assholes. That's my opinion. But atheist offense, as I said earlier, even though an atheist may call you a name, he doesn't think he's that much better than you, that at the end of your life, like, you're going to be tortured forever while they are like living it up somewhere in the clouds. That's just not the case. Christians are the ones who definitely, in my opinion, have this like superiority complex thing going on. I mean, call me stupid, but you think that after I die I'm going to be tortured for eternity. That's worse than name calling, in my opinion, as I said. I guess that's it. I haven't seen your video in a couple days, so I think I'm hitting every point, but I may have missed a thing or two, and if I did, I guess I'll have to make another video. But just to reiterate, you are one of the few Christians, well, alright, no, I take that back, hold on. My entire family, pretty much, are like born-again Christians, and I tolerate them and like most of them. But on YouTube, you are one of the very, very, very few Christians that I actually get along with. And like I said, I do not want you to take offense to my last video. I was just having fun. There's nothing personal about it. I wasn't making fun of you for like not being one of the top dogs on YouTube. I mean, look at me. Hello. You're not at that point yet, but believe me, I hope that you one day get there, because, I mean, you're one of the few normal ones, I would say. But yeah, nothing personal about it. Keep making videos. I find them interesting. I disagree with almost everything you say, but I find it very interesting, and you do a good job of getting your point across without being a dick. So, keep it up. Alright. I will be sure talk to you soon.